Alright guys, and we are back. Sorry for the disconnection at that one, but we're back and we're all set to go for the race here. And we should be getting started any second now. Hopefully no more disconnections and no more glitches as we had happen in the last one. Codemasters, please fix these problems. We're tired of them. Thank you very much. I do hope the same thing does not happen again. Alright guys, as we do get on the way with the formation lap here. Of course, we'll go around warming the tires up as we have a look at that. Hopefully it should be a clean session going from here. 18 drivers. I think we're missing someone. So once again guys, we are here in Vietnam at the Hanoi Street Circuit for the Vietnamese Grand Prix, one of the most interesting circuits added to the calendar for this year. We already finished qualifying. We have, for top 3 at least, I can be able to tell you, we have, I think it's New Potato starting in P1, Mistaken You starting P2, and MX I think starting P2. Oh, sorry, no, that's, I think that's the wrong order I have there. But then we'll get it here as we go. It's Fire Shot Ryan in P1, New Potato in P2, and Mistaken Youth in P3. I thought I had that correct, but I just wrote something else down. The winding apex down after a very long straight there. It's going to be interesting to see how turn 1, 2, and 3 goes for this track in getting into the race here, but let's see how it goes. Following the Red Bull of New Potato around the track here right now. And then we have Mistaken Youth in the black Mercedes coming around. Remember guys, they're not racing as yet. This is only the formation lap. As we will get on the way to the race pretty soon. Let's get stats on screen so you guys can see what's going to be happening here. Predicted stop strategy, we can, well, I guess it's a, I would recommend for this track is either going to be a 1-stop or a 2-stop, but let's see what kind of pit strategy these guys are going to use, because I don't think that strategy is correct that comes up there. Makes no sense for it to be a double stop no matter what set of tires you're using. So obviously you're going to use the faster set of tires. Does seem that we are ready to go for the Vietnamese Grand Prix here guys, and get ready as we are going underway here now. There goes the lights, and there they go guys. Let's see who gets a better exit going down to turn 1 here. It's gonna be, there's a lot of positions changing. Mistaken You getting up into P2. Fire Shot Ryan still holds that. He's trying to go inside. Oh, and there's collision between MX, I think that was, and our leader there. Mistaken Youth now takes the lead going down. And there's just a mix of cars going through the first few corners here. Fire Shot Ryan retired from the session already with that incident that happened there. So a lot of positions have changed so far on track here guys, as we do get this session completely go. T-Pound is up to P4 now. New Potato still holds up in P2. They're mistaking you though, getting a really good start, or avoiding the incidents into the first few corners. We have a virtual safety car right now, which means that these drivers have to decrease their speed at least by 40% until that incident has been cleared with Fireshot Ryan. So his debut getting up into P1 for a start here at the Vietnamese Grand Prix, and now is out of the session, and it hasn't even been the end of lap 1 as yet. We do have our black Mercedes of Mistaken Youth out in front in P1 though, Irish New Potato in a Red Bull in P3, and Battery and Williams in Irish New Potato in P2 and Battery in P3. And as we get back to racing now, the guys are going to try and go at this New Potato, trying to get a move done on Mistaken You, but just a little bit, half a second away, not able to get that done. Quite a few positions changing midfield right now. We got some guys, someone is in the pit. MX is in the pits for that incident that happened with Fireshot Ryan down at the start of this race. Going all the way back up, we have Mistaken Youth has lost the lead to Night Shadow now, who is now out in front, provided that graphic is correct, and Night Shadow seems to be running P1 with Superman in front of him, ghosted, as he's probably getting lapped for some reason here. Okay, sorry guys, we still have this kind of error happening where stuff just changes on screen. It is Mistaken Youth in P1 here, but let's just allow the graphic just to adjust for just a few seconds as we go along here. So Fireshot Ryan, that incident with him might be under investigation by the end of this race, for exactly whose fault that was and how that accident actually happened, taking Fireshot Ryan out of this race. So sorry to see you out of the race though, man, but you did really well going into qualifying Q1, Q2 and Q3. Mistaken You taking these corners pretty well now. We got New Potato second behind of him, so Mistaken Youth is able to keep a gap just between them for when DRS starts to, get activated here, so he doesn't want New Potato getting DRS on him. Battery is down in P3, just under a second behind New Potato right now. Mistaken Youth, fastest lap on track right now, 139.9. That's a pretty good lap. We do have some position changing all the way down at the bottom there. MX is all the way down in P17 after the incident with Fireshot Ryan. And we do have him on the live chat right now. Okay, let's see how the guys down in the middle of this track are going. So we're running pretty close to each other here. It's Milan down in that Ferrari, trying to get some positions on, as he does get a move down on Artenis there, going into that turn. That was very well done. He's now going to be going for J Dunk in that that's the AlphaTauri. Yes, that's the AlphaTauri he's going for now. Well, I'm quite sure the incident with Fireshot Ryan will be investigated. And that is a Red Bull out of this race. That is Night Shadow that we just saw on the side of the track. He is out of the race, and he was running pretty well. He's now out. That incident, I'm not sure if that's going to be a VSC. We do have yellow flags all around this track. I'm not sure if we're under a VSC right now. We might be for that incident. It is blocking the track just a little bit there. Battery is now up P1, Mistaken Youth. Oh, Battery's in the pits. Mistaken You still holds his P1 going around the pit straight there now. New Potato a 1.7 second gap of him behind. Alright, so Fireshot Ryan, you know the drill. I think the guys should have told you. Concerning incidents in the race, you guys have to report them, I assume. And Mistaken You catches up to the safety car here now, as we ride on board with overhead view of him actually. So Night Shadow is now, so that's 2 drivers out of the session in 4 laps. Fire Shot Ryan got taken out going into turn 1 on lap 1. Night Shadow just got out on lap 3. We're not sure exactly what happened to Night Shadow as well. Might have tangled with someone there. Got a few guys in the pit taking some pit stops here. CB is now all the way down into 16th. He's about 40 something seconds behind, as the cars do go around behind the safety car. So we did call this one, guys, safety car and VSC. We have had both so far in this race. I'm not sure if we're going to have any more going down in the session. There's only 16 drivers left out of 18. Mistaken Youth leads the race with Irish New Potato behind him in P2. T-Pang is up into P3 now. With all the chaos happening on track, he's managed to avoid it somehow and is up into P3. J-Dong behind him. So it's both of the AlphaTauris running P3 and P4 right now. Beefy started this race all the way down at the back, I believe, and he is up into P5. Artin is up into P6. Battery is P7. Liverpool P8. Sadistic King P9 and Jay in P10. We got Racing Point to Bad Pros in P11. His teammates Superman down in P15. Ace P12, MX and Milan teammates I think here, and they're running 13 and 14th right now. So there might have been an incident with Milan, seeing that he is so far down the field now, and I'm not sure if there was an incident with him at Night Shadow. That's why Night Shadow is out of this race. It might have been, but let's see how the session progresses from here on out. We cannot be able to rewind and look back at that, so we're not able to see that. If we did miss it, we do miss it. And let's see how the rest of the session is going to go here. As what you're seeing there is position changes right now. Who's gained what positions? So it's Liverpool and Sadistic King both gaining 8 positions. Beefy, of all the drivers here, has gained 13 positions. J Dunk as well gained 10. That's pretty good on these guys. They are way up there. So T-Pound, you're not looking at driver of the day today, but you're doing pretty well up there in P3. But let's see if you can catch up to Mistaken Youth and New Potato once this race gets going again. And let's see who's taking stops. So Battery has taken a stop. Bad Pros, Ace, MX, Milan, Superman, and CB all have taken 1 stop already, and they're currently running. Let's see. We're gonna go on tires now, and everyone is on mediums except for Milan running hards. Is he gonna go all the way to the end of the race on those hard tires? It might just be possible for him, but let's see how that goes. I'm not sure. I did not set up the sessions for drivers to get on get on the air with me and talk with me here, but maybe we'll get that done in the future. But usually I would do a private invite if I need to, but I don't want to get off the session right now. I think we have gone back to racing here, so let's see how this is gonna go. Mistaken Youth getting a gap already set. Oh no, we're still on behind the safety car. Safety car is still out, but it does look like they were racing for a second ago there. Of course, that graphics is not on screen, so I thought we were racing again. Sorry about that, guys. We're still going on the safety car because I was wondering how fast the safety car would go in. It's usually about for 3 laps. Okay, so there it is at the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Safety car is in this lap, and we will get back to racing now. Mistaken You just slowing the field down just a little bit, but remember guys, the tires are going to get cold here. These guys don't want to be sitting around the track for too long. Everyone wants to get back to racing to see how well this is going to go, who's going to get positions taken up here. We are going to keep an eye out front here to see what's going to happen as we get on the way back with this race. Coming around to the final few corners here before we get on the pit straight to get over the line to go back racing, as we cannot, anyone cannot overtake us yet, but we're now about to get back racing, as Jay got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Bad Parosa there in the racing point. We are back racing, and here we go. Positions are gaining. As you can see, the cars coming around now. Someone is dropping down the field, and I think it's Artemis. He might have had some damage trying to go for a move there at that restart. Now this is an interesting view coming around this turn here. Let's look at this turn as it is, guys, as we have a very visual, a high-on visual view of Vietnam there, of the circuit as it is. Cars are just all over the place right now, going at it. Let's see how it's going midfield here. There's some battles going on here between the two AlphaTauri, and J-Dunk has just got past his teammate T-Pang. I wonder who's the number one driver on this one here. There's a there's a Renault coming for a move on T-Pang as well. That was Beefy, and they both go wide. It actually Beefy might have forced T-Pang just a little bit wide there, but Beefy got ahead of T-Pang on that one. Batteries are behind as well. Gotta try and fight these guys for positions here. Oh, as you go through this few corners, remember one of the cars, if anything mess up, you're going to probably hit them as well. So it's essential to just be as careful as you can going through these turns. And the gap has broken down just a little bit between Mistaken Youth and Irish New Potato here. Just about a second now, but the gap is still closer between, we have T-Pang and Beefy. This is on board with T-Pang right now, how close he can see his Beefy car to him. He does have the William of Battery just behind him coming down as well. So pretty interesting race so far, guys. It's 28 laps. We're only on lap 7. Quite a few pit stops have happened. We had one virtual safety car, one actual safety car, 2 incidents with drivers out of the session. That's Fireshot Ryan and Night Shadow out of the session right now. Ace with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Remember, you only get 3 warnings before you get a penalty for corner cutting here, guys. So do be careful with that as you drive. We might have some action happening here where the 2 Ferraris and I think it's Ace. Yeah, it is. MX might have gone just a little bit wide there, but he's still chasing down Ace in that Alpha Romeo right now. So Mistaken Youth is trying to build a gap, but Average New Potato is just trying to break that gap down for under a second, down to a half a second now as we go into lap 8 of this race. So just about 20 laps more to go here. Oh, as the Ferrari of Milan chases down Pat Perosa who's in P9. So point scoring position for both of these guys right now. That's Superman with a 3-second time penalty, and he's gonna go for it. They're coming down this straight here, but he's gonna easily get that done going out into this turn as he does get it done. And you know, Bad Person did try to get back and move there, but didn't get it done. He might get it on the inside going, and no, the Ferrari will hold it. Milan does hold it in that Ferrari going out. They do have Ace coming up behind them and Milan as well. So it's a pretty good battle going on for at the final point position here, which is P10 and P9. Oh, the Racing Point does get past. Bad Pros to get past Milan again. Going down into the apex here. They might have touched just a little bit. Gap is now down to just 0.3 of a second between our two P1 and P2. Average New Potato, Mistaken Youth. Average New Potato has taken the lead, and Mistaken Youth is now running P2. Let's see if he can catch back and get back his P1 as we ride aboard with Mistaken Youth right now. J-Dunk is just about 3.8 seconds behind these guys. He's going to try and catch up as much as he can. Bad Pros are losing positions right now. Something has happened down at the back. And Bad Pose gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lanes. Guys, be careful in the pit lanes. He does have some damage probably going into the pit lane, or maybe he's just changing his tires now. Bad Pose is out of the session, guys. He is out of the session. He looks like he did retire in the pits. He is out of this race. We're not sure exactly what happened in with him there, but he is out. So Irish New Potato holds P1 for now. Mistaken Newton's in P2. You got J Dunk in P3. Beefy is P4. Batterby is P5. We got T-Pound in P6, who was up into P3 earlier. Liverpool running P7 right now with Citizen King behind him in P8. Milan running P9. These guys running in the line here, going down. Let's see who's going to come out in front. We got T-Pang fighting for positions here, but Liverpool take it on the inside going, and he does force that AlphaTauri wide, and he just hits the William just a little bit. Oh, and that is T-Pang getting hit. With Milan probably was involved in that as well, coming down there. I'm not sure who hit T-Pang in that incident here, but we did see the car go around a few times, spinning like a top down at the back. So that's gonna be T-Pang with some serious damage. Gonna have to go into the pits on that one. It was a little fast for me to just to see who hit him as well there. That's going to probably be another incident that's going to be investigated after this race. So quite a few incidents. Stewards in this league are going to have their hands full here. That is Milan into the pits. He has broken wing. He did get into contact with the AlphaTauri of T-Pound there. MX now moving quite up in the bit, so we got J-Dunk, Battery, and a few other guys in the pits right now. Liverpool takes P3 now because of all the pit stops happening around him. So quite a few chaos happening in this race so far, guys. So we are around the time for a pit stop rotation as well. So the guys are going to be doing their pit stops. Whoever's chosen to stay out will be staying out until they're ready to pit. Our leaders are not have not pitted yet. We got New Potato, Mistaken You, still hold P1, P2. Liverpool is up to P3. Ace is up to P4. MX is up to P5. J-Dang down P6. Beefy's P7. Battery P8. JP9 and Citizen King P10 as they go. CB is out of the session as well, guys. I'm not sure what happened between CB and someone else there, but he is out of the session. T-Pound now in the pits. He's going to be running last, which is currently P14 for the guys running in the race still, and we're only on lap 10 of 28 for this race. Ace has just gotten past MX here. Let's see if MX can actually get a move done coming into the two corners. It is pretty tight going through here, so I don't think it's going to be that easy to go, and he's missing a front right end plate on his front wing, so it's going to be a little less downforce going through these turns. So it is not that easy to make an overtake here, but it is possible to get it done. That's New Potato with the fastest lap of a 139.8. So this race has been running pretty interesting so far. Okay, so let's see who's running. So Artens just went down all the way down. Oh, he's in the pits. That's what's happening there. So T-Pang is now up into P13. Superman P12. Milan is still running P11 with his teammate MX in P5 running here, going with Ace coming out into this turn. Let's see who comes on top, and he does get the apex done pretty well. Does a little wide though, and Ace takes it back, goes back to P4. MX back into P5. So pretty interesting battle going on behind Liverpool here, who is about 16 seconds ahead of these guys. Actually, no, he's not 16. He's 16 seconds behind Mistaken Youth right now. He's just about 3 seconds behind all of this chaos going on, and that's MX losing more of his front wing. So more damage on his car. Okay, so as we go through the session here, we're holding, Irish New Potato holds the P1 with a 1 point, no, it's now a 2.1 second gap to Mistaken You behind. That gap keeps changing just a little bit. MX is going down just a little bit now, down, losing a few positions there. Beefy is up in the P5. And I'm just trying to see here, guys, if I can get at least one of the drivers to join me on stream right now. Just so you know, we can have just a little more details about what was transpiring in this race. A lot of chaos happening actually. So we got CB, Bad Post, and Night Shadow, and Fireshot Ryan out of the session. And we're going to try and see if we can get CB to join us here on the live stream. So just to have a few words and just talk with him just as we go to the second half of this race. Let's see if we can just get that done very quickly, guys. Hey CB, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright, cool. So it just showed on my screen both audio from both microphones are being broadcasted, so we are good to go. So yeah, I was just waiting for you to get on stream so you could just tell us what happened there with your ERS and why you had to get retired of this race.
Well, I don't know. Off the start of the race, I was on overtake the whole time, and it wouldn't get off. I even tried to go on my assist, turn it off, turn it back on, do what Batterby did last week to fix his, and it just wasn't working. So I was stuck in overtake the entire time and couldn't drive the car.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to see you out of this race. It does seem that there are some, you know, a lot of glitches still happening. I've noticed a lot of stuff with other leagues as well. You know, they're having issues during races. A lot with the ERS I'm hearing as well. So that's been going on for quite a bit. I'm not sure when that's going to be fixed. Hopefully we do get all of these issues fixed by Codemasters pretty soon, because that's the first one I've seen that we had on the start where everything was just stuck. I haven't seen that one happen as yet, so that's the first for me.
It affected Batterby's race last week. That's what was going on with him, is he had ERS problems too.
Yeah. I'm not sure how this stuff happened, but it does happen from time to time. So we got 4 guys, 3 other guys with you out of this race so far. We still have 14 drivers, and Mistaken Newt has just taken back the lead of the race. Oh, because Irish New Potato has pit. He's in the pits going. I think he might be disconnected. I'm not sure, because he does look a bit ghosted for a second. Oh no, he's good.
FIFA
yeah.
had problems.
Yeah, he had some problems. So quite a few issues still going on with the game. I'm still having that issue where the what do you call it? The positions on screen as the first lap goes on in the race is still incorrect going through, because you guys just look at cars right. Sometimes. Yeah, it still happens. I haven't seen that issue been fixed as yet. I've been posting it everywhere trying to get them to fix it, because it does affect me when I'm streaming the race, because like who is in first and who is in second when you're just trying, when there's a bunch of cars going. But we have a pretty good race going today. I liked how qualifying went. They went pretty well. I was surprised to see Milan crashing himself out and missing out on Q3 today. I think probably the first time I'm seeing him when he did a full qualifying, getting out of that. But he's running P8 now. Let's see how well he can work his way up. But I thought you're out of the race, so I might as well just have you on board with me here. Because last week I had MX, yeah. Yeah, I just saw Sadistic just took the 5th there.
Looks like FIFA is back in the race.
Yeah, he's joined our back. Now Sadistic is running on softs, and we got MX on mediums there. Much older tires, much slower. So let's see how well he can actually keep up.
And what I heard in the pits is that Milan, he hit the curb in qualifying and just hit the curb and was on the gas too much and just hit the wall during qualifying, and took ended his qualifying run.
Yeah, I don't think we had caught that part, but yeah, good to know all that information happening. It's actually good to get somebody online with me sometimes if you're out at the race. But right. You know, Fireshot Ryan though, a new guy in the league, I'm assuming, right? Because I haven't seen him racing before, and he was out on lap 1. First turn actually. I think he got taken out just a little bit there.
Well, one of the Ferraris He misjudged the braking point and barely tapped him. But I mean, he shouldn't. I mean, Fireshot shouldn't have retired. It's the first, like, it was the first lap, and we already had what three cautions already.
Yeah, I know.
He would have had plenty of time. It was just he shouldn't have raged right out of the first corner or second corner, whichever one it was. He had plenty of time to get back.
Yeah, I think it happened right into the first corner. Yeah. Yeah, I know, because I don't understand what happened, because I didn't see his car take as much damage to retire, because I switched after I saw that incident, so I'm not sure if he hit the wall enough to, you know, break off the suspension or something, but I didn't assume that happened. But
his car didn't take the damage, the Ferrari took the front wing damage.
Yeah, I know. I think it was the MX that took that damage, because I knew MX had to pit after that, but I'm not sure why he left the race. I mean, this is how it usually goes. Guys do misjudge braking zones sometimes. You got to learn to get out of the way as well, and you know, keep continuing with your race. Even if you do get damage, whether it's your fault or not, you got to just continue with the race. It's racing. It happens. It's happened to me a lot. I've actually caused those incidents like a lot of times, to be honest with you.
We were in the chat party, and he left immediately after, and it's like, it was literally the first corner, man. Everyone's got to be prepared for it. It's gonna happen. It was unfortunate that it happened to him.
I mean, we all know we're doing league races that it's so much different from when we're actually doing the career mode. So you're racing against real drivers here, so it's not going to be AI that you can anticipate exactly what they're going to do. You gotta, you know, account for drivers. What they can take any, you know, approach to any corner they want, and it's turn 1 into lap 1. There's always going to be a pileup going into that corner, so you always have to be so careful. It's one of the things I've been practicing a lot with, you know, just trying to avoid any damage going into turn 1 and 2 at least.
Oh, there's a good battle going for third right now with Dunk and Batterby.
Yeah, I just actually switched to that one there.
Yeah, Batterby was going to look at the inside, but there wasn't enough room for him to get the thing back now, so now he's going to go back and catch him. 6th and 7th are closing up.
Oh, they're getting pretty close here, yeah. You can see that going on.
Yep.
Also going to be interesting to see how penalties play out on this track here, because I haven't raced it that much, but I know it is so easy to get a penalty on this track, and I'm still not that good at it yet, I'll be honest with you. It still takes some doing, especially to get through those, I think it's the S-parts, the S-turns that they have on this track. It's very tricky to get through it without breaking your front wing, because you just misjudge one of the corners, and you're going to be, you know, clipping one of the end planes off.
Yep. For sure.
But tell me, how much practice have you had for this track since we got the game going?
I've only done a couple races on here, but before this race, I didn't do a single lap to practice for this race. Like, during this week, I just went to qualifying with my practice, and I felt fine. I was doing fine. I just couldn't. There were certain people that were in my way in qualifying, but other than that, wasn't mad about it. I was just wanting to get the race done. I was wanting to at least finish my first race of the season so far, but just not going my way.
Unfortunate for that, but hopefully next race goes well. Honestly, I thought it was China this week. I can't remember if I looked at the schedule you guys put up or not, but I kind of misjudged that a bit. Luckily, I didn't put out a post for the race or whatever, but I would have checked it before I did that, seeing that it was Vietnam. I think it's China next, though, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
China,
so,
then,
yeah.
China, then Netherlands.
Yeah, now Netherlands is going to be an interesting race coming up as well, as we got to be getting very close to J-Dunk right now. Yeah. And I think Beefy just lost a position to Sadistic there. Because I'll be honest with you, the first track I actually tried out when I got this game was Zandvoort on Netherlands. It was so much of a fun track to drive.
I think for there, I think the one person we got to look out for when it comes to Netherlands is it's going to be Milan.
Yeah, I mean,
preseason race at Zandvoort, he was I think he lapped the entire field, but
yeah, he did pretty well at that race. I remember that race.
Preseason, we have completely changed the roster of the league, and it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, for sure it is. Also, what we're looking forward to because it's so much fun to watch these battles on track. You know, to see how drivers handle, especially coming down under the pressure, coming to the final few laps. And we're getting to about 10, 11 laps more to go in this race still. Mistaken You still leads with Irish New Potato just about just about close to half a second behind him. So that's going to be a battle going on all race going there because yeah, FIFA just went P5. Oh, he might be losing that again. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yep.
Williams are showing up today.
Definitely. Batterby spun. Oh, it's so easy to just lose it on this track. Oh, that's gonna cause Batterby a lot of positions there now.
FIFA.
Yeah. FIFA just overtook Sadistic, went into fourth there. Oh, he just went a little wide though.
Milan is having these positions gifted to him right now. He is just moving up, playing it safe.
But FIFA and Sadistic are still going at it here because Sadistic is just right behind him. So as soon as they get up to a straight, they're gonna just go for it here.
They gotta be careful because they got Milan.
Oh, Milan is coming right behind them. He is he's going on Sadistic right now.
Around it. Got him from the outside. Oh,
Sadistic. Yeah, he's in the pits.
Pitting. What will he go with?
Oh, why does he keep an eye on that? I'm just looking at Milan going. But Milan was so fast around that corner. That Ferrari just jetted by these guys. Oh, well, Milan is up to P5 now.
Oh, but, man, FIFA's lost both ends of his wings.
I just noticed that flying off, yeah. So that's not going to be easy to control and keep Milan behind him. Milan is already looking on the inside to get a go at him here.
Sadistic went with fresh softs.
Oh, so he's going to have some serious grip coming down to the end of this race, but he has some positions to make up. He's in P7 though, so let's see how well he's going to do with that. Milan is up into P4 now. He's got about 2 seconds, 2.8 seconds. J-Dunk is in front of him with an AlphaTauri. He's going to try and catch up to that now, basically there.
Battle for the lead is getting closer and closer, but I don't know. It's going to be a fight.
I think that one is going to come right down to maybe the last 2 or 3 laps of this race, and we might have some interesting stuff happening there.
Everyone's spread out a little bit. Closest thing to a battle is the leaders.
Yeah. Artness has gone into the pits as well.
Yeah, we got new drivers in. We got the Superman first drive with us, and then we got Sadistic. He finally showed up.
Yeah, but Superman did pretty well. He made it all the way into Q3 with that racing point down with his teammate. So he did pretty well, and he's driving in P11 now. So where's one more position he gains, and you'll get at least 1 point in this race here.
Dunk just took off a piece of his wing, so it looks like Milan's catching him.
Oh, Milan is probably enjoying this right now. I don't think Milan has any damage. No, he doesn't. No, he's good. He's good to go.
He is on 10-lap mediums too.
Yeah.
Dunk's on 9-lap hard, so we'll see how this strategy works. Oh, and Milan's got it.
There he goes. And even before he gets to the, get to the turn there, he's already got it. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's clear enough for him. He's going to be trying to head out to the leaders out front. He got about 8 laps to catch up to them and about 15 seconds to gain there.
Yeah. The person in front of him, he's going to have to get around to Ace Lee's and the lapper.
Yeah.
Oh, and the battle is starting to unfold at the top.
Definitely these guys are getting pretty close, but hopefully we're going to actually be able to see if Milan can break that gap down pretty fast, because these guys are running hards out front and he's running mediums. So if he can actually catch up before by lap 26 at least, we're going to have a pretty good battle between P1, 2 and 3 going on for the lead here.
I think the main question going into this race was who can break the win streak off of Nude Potato.
Yeah. I'm mistaken, is doing a pretty good job though, keeping him at bay down behind there. But he is in DRS range going, and that gap is getting so much smaller as we go. But then it just increases around some of these turns, getting closer to a go over in a second here. And Liverpool pits.
Irish is a lot faster at the end of the track. Here we go. DRS is open.
I'm on board with New Potato right now to see if he can get something done. Not as yet, but he is so close. Just creeping up all the time and going. Alright, as they go onto the long straight here now, let's see if he can get him going down this. He's out of overtake, no more ERS. He has DRS here going though. And he looks like he might be able to get this done. They're going side by side, going down the straight, coming down to the apex.
He has got it.
Oh, he's got it going inside.
Can he keep it?
Oh, he doesn't go wide, so he might be able to keep it going around, at least for the rest of the sector 3.
And Milan is away from the lapper. Now he's got 16 seconds to make up. He wants to have a chance at winning.
I think he's going to try pretty hard to get in front there just to try and get a battle going at least. But it's about 16 seconds now. He's lost a second. These guys are battling pretty hard out front. I don't think Mistaken Newt is going to take P2. He's going to want back his P1, so he's going to be trying for it. He has enough time to just try and, you know, get a move done. Maybe save up some ERS to get a good go on the straight. Oh, and he does get it back.
Outside.
Got it outside. Irish made a mistake. Oh, and they touch.
There's contact. Oh, and they lost part of the wing. What can Reese do? He has an orange right wing.
Oh, that is not good. But let's see what's going to happen here. And Milan is in the pits now. He is changing to softs. And he's going to be out back and battling to get out front.
He came out of the pits at 5th.
So he has Sadistic and J-Dunk in front of him. Well, let's see how that's going to go.
Artanis, I think, just left or either retired.
Yeah.
We are down to 13 drivers left.
So the gap has just built up just a little bit, about 5 seconds between P1 and P2 now. J-Dunk with 12 seconds to catch up on here. He's about to lap. I think that's Ace. Yeah, he does.
Artanis has called it. He's back to the pits.
Now also tell me, CB, if drivers are choosing to retire the race rather than finish it, do they have to do that in the pits? Or are they allowed to do it on track?
They have to do it in the pits.
Okay,
if they do it on track, their car will still be on the track as an AI.
Okay,
so we advise everyone that if you want to leave or your race is screwed and you have no way of catching them, just go in the pits and retire as you enter the pits.
Okay, is there any rules that say if a driver retires on track, they do get a penalty?
Yes.
Okay, because I know I've noticed that in one of the other leagues. I haven't streamed, but I was just watching a race they were doing. And I think it was a new driver. He has retired on track because he didn't want to finish the race. So,
right. Well, if you retire on track, you also have a slight chance of the AI car just hitting a wall and causing a
safety car.
Yeah, causing a safety car, and it won't be a virtual. It'll be an actual safety car. And so the AI sometimes will slam a wall and crash out.
Yeah. We have New Potato, Irish New Potato, catching up back to Mistaken Youth now. Got a gap down to 1.5 seconds. So he's going to try as much as he can to catch up, yeah.
This part of the track, Irish is a lot faster, and right here is where he gets all of his speed and time.
Oh, and the gap is already down to less than a second here, so that battle is going to be back on pretty soon here. Milan up to P4 right now, so he is catching up as we go along here. Just over 5 laps left to go though. But I think it's enough time for Milan to actually catch up to the leaders here. But let's see if he's gonna have to get a go.
Irish has taken the lead.
Oh, there we go.
Aggressive mood, but very clean.
Oh, we still got Mistaken Youth pretty close to him, but let's see if there's gonna be a comeback happening here. Might not be for the first three corners here, but let's see what happens when we get down the straight, because Mistaken Youth has about 60% of ERS right now to use, and he should be getting DRS going. So he's going to use everything he has, and he's going to get DRS on this straight here, and he's using overtake as well to catch up back to Irish here. Not going to get close enough on this occasion, but he might be able to do it coming down to the other straight, which goes straight down to the apex.
He's just got to get the very back part of the track down, because that's where Irish catches him and gains on him.
Alright, so I think he's using everything he has right now trying to catch Irish, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get close enough coming down to the apex. He might be able to do this if he does do a little bit of a dive bomb into this apex. Here we go.
He's doing the same pass that Irish did on him.
And he takes the inside.
Man, karma.
There we go. He holds that going through now. Oh, it's been such an interesting battle out front here.
Can Mistaken Youth break the win streak of Irish New Potato?
I don't know. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. But I'm not sure. I haven't kept track of penalties here, so I'm not sure whether Mistaken Youth or Irish have any penalties on them. Because if either one of them does, it's gonna affect their position out of this race down at the end. But if you just have a look at, because I don't want to get off the screen at the moment to check that yet right now. But let's just so at least we know what's gonna be happening here.
No, all they got are warnings.
Oh man, so this is basically gonna come down to who wins this race, provided for the next 4 laps they don't get any penalties.
Yeah, but basically whoever's gonna finish in front of each other. Oh,
Milan, he's in third. I just saw him jump into third there.
He basically, I don't think there's enough time for him to catch him unless both of them up front crashed.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Seconds.
He's going to have to hope for both of those cars to make some sort of significant mistake in order to catch them.
The best thing Milan can do is just take that podium and move on to the next week at this point.
Yeah.
Irish is going to do the same move on him. Will he do it again?
Let's see how this goes.
Yes, he will.
Yes, he will. They're going. Oh,
my.
That is so close.
They both weren't going to let off, but they did.
Oh, and he used everything he had. All of his ERS was just burnt out coming into that apex there. So Irish back.
Mistaken Youth is shaking right now. His controller, wheel, whatever he is using, is death gripped right now.
Milan has started to break that gap down, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. He might break it down enough to get close enough to them, but I don't think he'll be able to challenge for a P1 or P2 here, because it's quite a big gap to break down. And Suitman is retired.
What does Mistaken Youth have left in the tank? Go after the Irish New Potato.
I think he's saving up his ERS going through here. It doesn't seem like he's using much. Oh, he is using it. Going onto this straight here. He's burning everything he's got trying to catch this guy back.
You got to.
Because he just has such limited laps left, but we're coming down to the part of a track that you said Irish has a lot of pace on, so it's not easy for him to catch up back here. So he's gonna have to try and do it at least coming down through those turns after this apex. Yeah, he's not close enough on this occasion. That's a 1.4 second gap, but he's gonna have to try and maybe break a little late, save some time wherever he can on this track just to catch up.
He has got to get the back part of this track down. He's got to get sector 2 and 3 down. This is where Irish makes up his time.
Definitely. And we got T-Pang all over the place right now. He was at one point all the way up to P3. He's now down into P10.
Oh, don't count it out. Milan is catching.
Oh man, it's 8.6, 8.5. Oh man, it's going down as we speak right now. It's down to 7 seconds. Oh, he might be able to come down to. It's going to be a close call for the end here.
He is going to have to give everything he has.
Oh, Milan is using everything he has right now. All of his ERS is completely burnt out, going, and he's just trying to catch up as much as he can to challenge, at least for P2 maybe.
The fact that he is pushing shows that that there is a reason that he has a faster lap. It might not have shown in qualifying, but he is the fastest man on the track right now.
Yeah, he's pretty fast. I remember Milan started P13th here, so I'm not sure if he's going to be getting driver of the day for this, but he put on a pretty strong drive today to finish here in P3, as he might be finishing, provided he doesn't make a mistake, and we're not sure what's going to happen yet. It's down to 5.9 seconds, 5.8 seconds now, and we're still on lap 27. We haven't started the final lap of the race as yet. The gap has increased between Irish and Mistaken You just a little bit, so I'm just keeping an eye on Milan to see how he comes out of this. Mistaken Youth is trying to break back the gap down just a challenge, but he might have to settle for P2 here if he can't get it down in the next half a lap at least, because just one lap left to go here now.
And Irish New Potato is just gaining time.
Yeah, he is. It's up to 3.3 seconds now. That's not gonna. Oh, Mistaken Youth might have to stop worrying about Irish and start worrying about Milan here, who's now down to 4.1 seconds behind him. Oh, that gap is just breaking as we go. As I think I'm Mistaken Youth might have hit the wall just a little bit there. I'm not sure if he took any damage.
You can see him, and you can see Milan in the background as you're expecting.
Yeah, he's right there. Oh, he's coming. There. He's coming on very strong, going into the final lap of this race.
Can he do it?
I remember Mistaken You does have just a little bit of damage off that end plate there right now.
I'm gonna go check to see if Milan has any penalties.
Oh man, this gap is coming down so close. It's 2.7 seconds coming. Irish is definitely finishing in P1. Oh, this is coming down to be really close here. Riding on board.
Milan is coming. Oh my. Milan is on the charge.
Oh, if he had another 2 laps, I'm quite sure he's going to get this done, but this is going to be a close call on this one going down here.
Oh, he's losing time now.
No, he's lost time.
I don't think he can get done.
He can't get that done now. Unless I'm mistaken, you just put that car into a wall somewhere. That's the only way that's going to happen now.
Milan better put everything he has in his last sector.
Oh, that gap is under a second now. Going on board, and he's so close.
He is there.
Oh, 1 corner more to go, and let's see if he can get his on in the final corner. Oh, he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
What a race!
Now that was so close. There was just no room.
164 came down. Milan had a hell of a race.
Now that was a good battle going down all the way into the end. Yeah. Let's see how the rest of the field's coming. FIFA. So we got FIFA in 6th. Liverpool coming in 7th. He's got Batterby behind him. There was just no room for Milan to go, or he would have gotten that done.
Yeah. MX Bloxham will get his first point of the season.
Yep. P9.
T-Pound is gonna have to settle with the 10th. We'll see how it all changes whenever he crosses the line.
Yeah.
See if anyone loses positions, gains, or.
There were a few penalties given out, but I'm not sure who got what. But we'll see at the end here. But that was so much of an interesting race to watch at Vietnam, man. That was really good. A really good battle coming down to the end.
And the fact that Milan was able to bring it down to the last corner.
Oh, Mistaken Youth. He must have had such a hard time driving in this race. He was under pressure. Oh, and Sadistic with driver of the day. I honestly thought Milan would have had driver of the day, but I think it depends on. I'm not sure what stats the game uses to determine it, but Milan did do an excellent drive.
He was the driver of the day in my book. That was
yeah, that was definitely that was an amazing drive, man. Coming down to the last two corners, I think he was gonna get into the second to last corner if he had a gap to go on, but he didn't push it because if he did, probably would have lost his front wing, or maybe both of them would just crash out right there. But that was an excellent race to watch. And there we go. Irish got P1. Mistaken you got P2. Milan is P3. We got Sadistic in P4. He did a pretty good drive. He started 17th on the grid. Milan started 13th. That's why he got it. Oh. And we got J-Dunk P5. FIFA is P6. Liverpool P7. Battery P8. MX is P9. T-Pound is P10. AP11, Ace is P12, Superman is P13, Arton is P14, CB is P15, we got Bad Bros P16, Night Shadow P17, and Fireshot Ryan is P18. And that is it for the Vietnamese Grand Prix, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next week in China.
Next week.
It should be a good race at China as well. I'm wondering if we're going to have a wet race there, but let's see. I don't want to jinx that one, but I know how China usually goes. But anyway, CB, thanks for joining me on the session, man.
Yeah, it was fun.
Alright, so until next week, guys.